Bradford Bulls returned to winning ways, 30 points to 10 against Sheffield Eagles, a huge result because it effectively was potentially a playoff 4-pointer this afternoon.
Yeah, I think it's a good result, and we spoke during the week and we spoke before the game about that was the only thing that was important. It wasn't about performance as much today, it was just about the outcome based today. The last of the 3 games in 9 days, and I think it showed as a spectacle. There were 2 tired teams out there, so it were a war in nutrition, and we're delighted that we've come away with the 2 points.
How important was that quick fast start with Foggin Johnson, and then 10 minutes later you're following up with the second score?
Yeah, we spoke about trying to exploit them early. We knew how tired we were, and we had the opportunity to freshen things up a little bit, and they hadn't as much. So we looked at trying to expose that, and I thought we did early on. But then come a dip where they had a purple patch in the game, and that happens in every game. But again, the pleasing fact is that we've found our way out of that and managed to nil them actually in the second half, which was outstanding.
How important was that Brandon Pickersgill try after the hooter at the end of the first half, just to give you a little bit of breathing space?
Yeah, it was a real important one, just on the hooter there, and I think it was some real good play as well. A great kick from Deck, and that's what Brandon Pickersgill does, doesn't he? So really important for us, and it sent us in with that little bit of an edge at half time.
Did that change your half-time team talk at all?
No, not really. No. We just it was about focusing on us again, and it was about speaking about what we needed to do just to make sure we was where we need to be. So we spoke about trying to get the game as quick as we can and as flat and fast as we can in and around the ruck area. And I thought our middles were outstanding today. Absolutely outstanding to them.
You mentioned the second half, Mark. You kept Sheffield scoreless and 2 tries to Ryan Miller and a penalty to Deck Patton.
Yeah, exactly what we said. At half time, if they don't score again, we win the game. So it's as simple as that. We don't want to go within ourselves and start playing one-man rugby. It's not what we're about, and it's not what I'm about either. But I think we needed an element of control, and I thought we had that in the second half.
And it wasn't just a case of defend one set. There was a period, I think, right at the start of the second half where they'd had a penalty of 6 again and 3 scrums. I think it was 5 consecutive sets. You managed to keep them out. Yeah,
it's something we've focused on. It's something we've been really focused on is our goal line D, and actually having some pride in it and taking it personally if it gets broken. So again, I thought the lads dug in. I thought they were outstanding.
Mark, you made 8 changes today. Can you explain some of them changes for us?
We said before the Widnes game that this was going to take a squad effort. I've said it numerous times, and I'll say it again. 3 games for part-time clubs in 9 days is a real tough ask. You see in Super League when they have the Easter weekend, the 3rd game's always the one that gets you. And I was really, really determined that wasn't the case today. So we freshened up wherever we could. It was nothing, nobody was dropped due to performance. It was all about the squad and freshening it up as much as we possibly could.
And when you look at players like Alex Miller, Brandon Pickersgill and Corey Johnson coming in for this game, the fact that those players want to come back to Bradford, certainly in the case of Alex Miller and Brandon Pickersgill, and play for you, speaks volumes. Yeah,
it's great, isn't it? They're both Bradford lads, and neither of them, we never wanted to see either of them leave the club, and they've gone on, and particularly in Alex, he's had a great career in Super League, hasn't he? And he'll continue to do so, I'm sure. So it's always great to welcome players that have been at the club as juniors back, and I thought all 3 contributed very well today.
We've spoken, Mark, about striving for consistency. I think Bradford's error count at the end was 11 or 12. Do you put that down to that 3rd game in 9, and you can allow a little bit of mitigation?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I just thought, as a spectacle, I thought the fans that was here today will have said that's a tired game. Really, it was scrappy. There was 2 teams that was absolutely out on the feet, and I'll forgive them errors today.
Would you like the RFL to look at this for next year?
Oh, yeah, that's above my pay grade. I'll just concentrate on Bradford Bulls and them people in there.
And in terms of you, Mark, we ask this question almost on a weekly basis. Are you getting any feedback from Nigel Wood, Jason Hurst and the rest of the club's directors?
No, the club are doing what they've said they would. They're going through the process, and they're doing it the way they want to do it. So as I said, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I'll keep working hard with this group of players and see where it takes us.
You mentioned it a bit there, Mark, but obviously, like you said, with the 3 games in 9 days, how pleased are you to get 4 points out of 6? It's a pretty decent return, 2 tough away games, and obviously you're playing Fev as well, so 4 from 6 is pretty good, isn't it?
It is. The target was 6 from 6. And we'd expect the target to be nothing less. But we've had a real tough period. I can't emphasise enough how tough it is. We've had 3 away trips, and 1 to the top of the league as well. So, we've beaten a team above us in the league today and jumped above them, and we'll keep trying to chalk them off as much as we can.
Mick mentioned it a little bit, but obviously Alex Mellor come back. You're talking, obviously, a lot of the Leeds lads that are coming on Joe Reg are sort of young, up-and-coming lads. Was Mellor's an established Super League star? How big a coup was it to get him for this game, and are you hopeful that he might be able to come back at least once or twice more this season?
Absolutely, yeah, it's a great coup, and it's down to, it's testament to Leeds as a club, and have a really, really good relationship with Rowan Smith and Jason Davidson there at Leeds, and they make players available, and people like Alex Mellor, anybody at this club would welcome him with open arms any day of the week.
And it's obviously not easy for Corey coming into a really tough position in the halves, and obviously John and Deck are kind of locked in as the 2 halves. How good a job do you think he did today?
I thought Corey Johnson was outstanding. Yeah, he's a nooker by trade, but it's just proved there that how good a player he actually is, because he slotted into the half backs and didn't look out of place whatsoever. So, it was a big miss, Jordan Lilly missing the game, but as I say, he's come in and done a sterling job as Corey.
Was Jordan ill today, or was it just to give him a rest?
No, Jordan's is actually at his brother's wedding. It's been cancelled 4 times through COVID, and yeah, he'd asked permission from John Keir when he was still at the club to attend his brother's wedding in Greece, and I thought it was only right to honour that, since I took over. So we've known about it for a long time. We've prepped for it, and that was part of the reason that Corey has been with us for the last week or so.
How's Brandon doing after he went off? He didn't walk 4K down the tunnel at full time.
Yeah, he's just gone to hospital actually. He's got a bad one in the back, and it's similar to the one he had at Dewsbury last time it happened. So fingers crossed it's just going to be some muscle damage in and around that area where he took a knee to the back, but he's on his way to hospital now.
How is it playing on the Astro, Mark? Obviously, does that change the game plans at all, or is it something that's fairly easy adaptable to?
I don't have to play on it, so it's easy for me. But no, it doesn't change any game plans. As far as I'm concerned, it's a big green area that we play rugby league on. Some people like them, some don't. But I think the more you make of it, the more it can become an issue. So we haven't even spoke about it. It's just a pitch that we're going to play.
Was anyone else injured from the H injury? You said it was just purely resting. You said Lily was for the wedding, or has anyone got knocks that need assessing a little bit?
Matty Dawson-Jones had a bit of a knock, but he could well have played. And other than that, I don't think there's any new injuries really. We had Chester Butler back today, who I thought was very, very, very good for us, and we're starting to see some of the injuries subside, and some of the lads coming back to fitness, which is very, very welcome.
Where do you rank today's performance in your brief time in charge?
Like I say, it's a real tough one, because I don't think the game as a spectacle was brilliant. But any 2 points that we've picked up are all equally as important. So it'll put some of these people that say we can't beat teams above us to bed, and we won't get carried away with ourselves. But the players, and we're going to have a debrief on Tuesday, and then I'm going to give the players a week off and ask them to go rest and recuperate, look after themselves, spend some time with their families. And then we'll get the players back in for a full week's training before Dewsbury. Is
it a bit disappointing to a week off after the momentum of a win, or after them 3 and 9 days? Are you really glad that you've got a couple of weeks just to rest and recuperate?
Yeah, I'd rather not have the week off, but then again, that's part of what I don't get about the 3 and 9 and then a week off. It just doesn't make sense, does it? But anyway, that's how it is, and everyone in the Championships had to deal with it, and we're no different. So that's the reason that the guys are going to get some time off, and hopefully they can spend some time with their families, and hopefully we'll get some decent weather as well.
Absolutely. Cheers, Matt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.